Okay, good morning. Welcome to Monument, the back rink of Monument. As you can see, there's no place in here to film except from the end. The glass is terrible on the sides where the people are, so I'm relegated to a corner with some glass that is decent, and we're going to be in the attack zone twice down here, so that's why I'm posted here. I may move, but it's not ideal for watching for sure. First line out, Riddick, Colt, and Jackson, I think, up front, and Xander. I can't see who's in back of Xander. Or TJ is back there with Xander. So, puck getting ready to drop, 17 minutes. We're facing off against the Lincoln Stars. I got up early, so you didn't have to. Coming down to Monument, picked up by Tej. Tej cycles it up to Jackson, takes a hit, puts the puck down in the offensive zone. They swing it around in the near boards right underneath me, picked up by Zando just outside of our zone. Over to TJ, TJ up to Jackson, batted down in the middle, picked up by Lincoln Stars, and they get it out of the zone. Off into our zone for the first time, shot on net, and who is in net? I think that's Owen down there, so far away. He sticks that one into the far corner, and TJ bounces it up, or maybe that was Jackson that bounced it up. All right, line change. Xander picks it up, hits Colt makes it through a guy. Senya comes in, gets to the back door to Chase, and Chase is right here in front of the net. Their goalie covered it up. So Landon, Chase, Owen up front. Bjorn and Caleb on the back end. Face off to their goalie's left in the offensive zone. Puck drop to the boards, picked up by Chase. Still battle at the hash. Comes up and Caleb keeps it alive, but Lincoln Stars get off into our zone. Make it down to the far end. And it's heading back up our way, but Lincoln Stars intercept that in neutral ice and send it down behind the net to the far corner. Picked up, sent by Owen up to Chase. Chase makes it into the offensive zone, then gets picked right at the blue line. Landon bangs it around down behind the net. Owen touches it, picked up by Chase. Chase, one-timer opportunity to Landon. Landon, puck is in front. Tried to get it in. Battle in the near corner, right underneath me. Swung out behind the Lincoln net. Bjorn pinches down. Chase gives pursuit, and the puck comes out, picked up by Lincoln. Line change. Lincoln swings it back over to Caden, and Caden tries to hit up to Lincoln. Lincoln, pull it right at front, centering pass. Nobody there. Puck is kicked out of the zone and into ours. Kid makes a nice move around. Kane is out there on defense, and then it's icing is waved. Caden comes out hard after it. Their goalie swings it around to the near corner, chipped into the middle, and Lincoln is there pursuing. Lars gets out after it in the far corner, 14:36 remaining. Lincoln battles, comes up to Lincoln, pokes it ahead, back to their D, and into our zone, defensive zone. Sorry again about the filming here. It's really less than ideal. So Ryan comes out with some heat. Lincoln tries to grab it behind the net. It swings up to the blue line, and they get it out. Splits the D, just goes wide of the net of Owen, and then into the near corner. Big bounce pass up to Lincoln. Lincoln trips up, gets up, centering pass. Oh, that was a good job. Lincoln was able to get it to Caden. Caden tried to hit Trudge on the backside in front of the net, and Xander's down in our zone, loses an edge, but he does get up, doesn't get it out of the zone though. Tries to put a body on the kid in the near corner, kind of in front of our bench. It all looks the same from this far away, from 200 feet away. 13:30 remaining in the first, picked up by Ryan. Ryan, did a nice headman pass up to Caden, but it just jumped over his stick, and then it's called offside, or icing, sorry. 13:24 left. We have 4 shots. They have 1. So my hockey rankings have us somewhat ahead of Lincoln Stars. I don't know what their record is, but that's what I know. Jack is out there, Stewart with Fisher and James up front, and on D, looks like Bjorn and probably Caleb again. Jack comes out, gets into the offensive zone, comes into the near side. Centering shot by Jack. Pad save by their goalie. Puck comes into the near corner, picked up by their D. And Jack grabs it again, pins it up on the wall. Got a nice post right in front of us here to block the view. Puck comes out. Fisher almost grabs it, and they get it up and into the netting and out of play. During warm-ups, a puck did come through this netting right here and landed between the legs of my tripod. So Fisher, I do have a good view for the face-off here in this circle. Fisher. James is out to his far side, and Bjorn almost was able to keep that one in, but it came out of the offensive zone. Back up to James. James in the center, back to the D. Picked up by Lincoln Stars into the defensive zone. Puck on the near boards. They centering pass doesn't connect to anybody in front of the net, and James is able to kick it out. Jack tries to grab it on the far boards. Lincoln Stars come out with it. Back over to Jackson. Jackson's in there. He gets rubbed off the puck. No penalty. Oh, nice move. Who was that? Bjorn got a little centering pass over in front of the goalie for an opportunity, but their goalie gloved it and held on. 12:04 left. Shots are 6 us, 1 them. Face off to their goalie's left in the offensive zone. Riddick takes it. Colt is on the near side right in front of us. Kane is in back of him and Lars. And then Jackson comes in, gets the call for center. Puck drop. Grabbed by Riddick, sent towards the goalie. Puck is up, loose in front. Oh, off the crossbar. The ref is kind of in our way. So I wasn't anticipating that. Centering pass by Jackson. One-time shot by Lars over the net. Kane pinches down. Picked up by Riddick. Centering pass to Jackson, and he couldn't quite get the backhand shot off of that, and they get it out of the zone and down into ours for icing at 11:37 left in the first period. So a couple good opportunities there. One hit the crossbar, and then some other ones just went wide or above the net. So same crew out there, being Riddick, Colt, Jackson on the far side. Back to Lars. Lars shoots one, misses wide left, or wide right, I guess. I'm looking at it from below. And picked up by Jackson. Jackson, shot, and puck is in front. Goalie covers it up. Nice low angle shot by Jackson. Goalie had it in his glove. It bounced up and out. He fumbled it around and dropped it in front of him, and we could have put it in, but didn't have a guy with a stick right there. So another close opportunity. Nice chance created by Jackson. Senya comes in for center. Landon and Chase. Puck drop, win back by Senya. Back to Tej. Tej down to Landon. Landon right in front of us. Puck behind the net. They swing it to the far boards. Xander pinches down. Puck comes up. Owen looks for a shot and doesn't make it through traffic. They get it out. No, it's kept in the zone, but now they do get it out. And they're in neutral ice, so shots are 9 us, 1 them. So we're dominating in the shots. It's just a matter of time before one of them goes in. There's kicks ahead. Owen takes the puck, sends one off the glass, bounce pass up to Xander. Xander kicks it back down to Owen. Owen centering pass to Landon, tries to hit Chase on a little drop pass. Puck is loose in front, picked up by their D. Then Owen gets it back to Xander. Xander at the point. Xander over to Owen at the hash. Owen walks in through traffic, can't get it in front. And Landon picks it back up to Xander. Xander walks the line, blue line shot, pad save, shot by Chase, another pad save by their goalie, kicked up and out of the zone by their D, jumped over TJ's stick, 10-16 remaining, big pass up, over back to TJ, TJ hits Ryan, Ryan skates into the zone, Ryan coming towards us, tries to drive the net, gets ridden off, picked up by Chase, Chase is out there, he leaves it for Lincoln, Lincoln in the far corner, loses an edge, Trudge picks it up, backhands it out of the zone, was trying to look for a D, but Caleb was pinched to the other side, and Bjorn, I guess, was pinched down. Chase goes off, Caden is in there, Caleb swings it around to Bjorn behind our net, and skates it up, moves it up to Trudge, Trudge is looking for Caden, Trudge behind the net. Trudge centering pass. Lincoln right over his stick. Caleb to Bjorn. Bjorn shoots. Doesn't make it through to the net. And they're out of the zone. They send it down into the far corner. Banged up. Picked up by Trudge. Trudge swings it up to Lincoln. Lincoln tries to shake it away from their D, but they get it. Lincoln does pick it up in front of our net. Hits Trudge off a bounce pass, and then Caden almost grabbed it, but Lincoln Stars pick it up in the neutral ice, circle back into their zone. Skated up, Lincoln goes for the hit. Kid dumps the puck before he gets railed. They send it down behind our net. 8:37 remaining. Puck comes up, Lincoln has it across the blue line, gets mugged. Puck is dropped. Trudge banging at it. Gets out of the zone. Kane goes back to grab it. And that would be icing. 8:20 left. Shots are 10 us. They got one in the last 7 minutes or so. 8 minutes. 8:40, I guess. Halfway through the first. Okay. Jack Stewart is out there, Fisher at center, and James grabs it, sends it back to Lars. Lars sends one through, pad save, kick save by their goalie. And sorry, I'm going to have to move because this ref is just standing right in the line of sight for their goal. And now, again, in line of sight of the play. Up to Kane. Kane sends one just up over the net. Jack Stewart bangs it in front, goes through the crease, picked up by Bueller. Far corner, kicked into the middle again. Fisher tries to bang it through, and their goalie covers it for a whistle. Good pressure. So far, the ice has been tilted down this way, which is why I planted myself here on this end, because I thought a lot of the action would be happening down here. Fortunately, it turning out to be correct. Same crew out there. Jack Stewart is on the near wing. Fisher's at center. Jack grabs it. Fisher goes to the corner. They swing it around, skate it up in front of their net, go wide. Kid circles back, backhands it across the center of the ice, and then they big outlet pass up to their smallest kid, who's number 63. A long, long way away now. Battle in the near corner. Kick down around behind to Xander. Xander, big outlet pass, tries to hit Jack, but intercepted, and then James gets it through. Oh, James and the other kid almost go all the way into the Lincoln Stars bench. Jack harassing him behind the net. Ooh. James comes in to put a body into the defender. Puck is dropped, picked up by James, brought into the zone. James squirts down to the near corner, pulls up at the bottom of the circle. Riddick comes in to support him. Riddick's getting pushed around. Colt is waiting for it to come out. Oh, Riddick to Colt, and puck is in loose in front, but the goalie jumps out on his knees and covers that puck up. Nice job by their goalie. So Jackson comes out to join Riddick and Colt. Caleb and Bjorn on defense. Puck drop, far boards, Jackson battling for it, trying to pull it off. Riddick's there to help him. And up and pass Bjorn's glove. There's a kid racing Bjorn to the far corner, down around behind our net. Centering pass doesn't make it to connect with the Stars. And Colt leaves it for Jackson. Jackson tries to get around the defender, but is picked up by the Stars and then circled behind their net and swung up the boards to the blue line. Brought back into the offensive zone. Outlet pass, tries to go across, and it runs into Senya. Senya interrupts that one, and then they just dump it down behind our net. Bjorn up to Jackson. Owen goes after it fast. Owen pulls up to the bottom of the circle at the hash marks, circling around. Gets worked into the boards. Colt comes in to try to help him. Owen has it behind the net, dragging it along with his feet. Gets it on his stick, moves it up, was looking for Lars, but it was picked up, intercepted by a Lincoln Stars kid who gets it into our zone, into the defensive zone. Now they walk across the middle. Maybe they'll get their second shot of the game. They still don't have two. That one didn't make it through, so it didn't count. And Landon comes, leaves it for Chase. Chase, their goalie, puts it on a stick and sends it to the far boards. And Owen comes in to try to get it to the bottom of the circle. Back up. Nice job by Lars keeping it in. Centering pass. Chase walks through. Shot. Save. Covered by their goalie. Good pressure. I'm going to have to move because this ref is just sitting right in front of me, and that's annoying. So maybe I can move. Yeah, I'll investigate that in a few minutes, maybe between periods. So, face off here by Owen, wins it back, splits RD. Kane goes hard after it. Kane's back there with Lars. Kane picks it up behind our net, drops it for Lars. Lars skates it up in front of the net. Nice pass up to Landon. Landon makes it through one person, gets it to Chase. Chase can't get a shot off, gets deflected wide right of the net, picked up by Landon. Landon circles it back down to the hash. Chase lifts the stick, and puck is battled for. Chase gets mugged down, and the kid punches him while he's down. And then they backhand it down around to the near board. Xander swings it back right underneath me. And there's Owen. There's a close-up. Picked up by Landon. Landon, top of the circle, one-timer. Oh, he was going to Chase, and Chase had it all lined up, but a kid picked up the puck right before it got to him. They get it out of the zone, skate through neutral ice, and shot. There's another shot on net, so it's 2-15 now. Let's see if they change the board. I'm pretty sure that hit Owen. Puck up to Lincoln. Lincoln, just misses that one at the red line. Oh, but icing is waved. Comes out to neutral ice. TJ puts it in. Lincoln chases down. Off, delayed offside. And no, they didn't get that as a shot on net, so it's one shot for them, 15 for us. Man. Caden, Lincoln, and Ryan up front. Caleb and Bjorn on defense. Back to Bjorn. Over to Caleb. Caleb back pedals into the D zone. Up to Lincoln. Lincoln chips it into the zone. Backhands it around to Trudge. Trudge, top of the circle. Caden. Oh, no, that was Caleb pinching down. Caden has it. Shot deflected. Picked up by Trudge. Trudge makes a move. Top of the circle. Caden sends one up off the crossbar and into the back of the net. So Caden from Trudge, I don't know who else was on that one, but Riders finally get on the board at their 16th shot. Fisher at center. Jack to his left and James to his right. Back Kane up to Jack. Jack chips it into the zone. Fisher goes hard after it at the dot. Bottom of the circle. Swung up. And, oh, Kane walks his guy, but then he blocks it and puck dribbles back into the offensive zone. Kane steps up, gets puck squirts around him, backhand shot. I don't know if that made it through. It did, I think, because Owen covered it up. So that should, yep. Now their shots go up to 3. I think Heidi is doing the clock. One of the few face-offs way down in our zone. Riddick is there. It gets backhanded around to Jackson. Jackson, oh, nice outlet. Up to Colt. Colt runs into somebody and then draws a penalty by, oh, and then frickin' rails a kid hard. So, yeah, holding. Holding, and then that second hit probably would have been a penalty also. So we're going to be on the kill for the first time. That's the first penalty. Colt heads to the box. 2:20 remaining. Score is 1-0 Riders. Face-off will be in the defensive zone to Owen's right. Way down there. Owen looks like he's at center. I see Xander out there with maybe Landon, TG. That TJ? I think it's TJ. Yep. Puck drop, win back by Lincoln Stars. Walk the blue line. Kid fans on it. Picks up his errant cross ice pass. Sent down behind the net. TJ up off the glass, and they keep it in, but we get it out. Owen comes into the zone, makes a move to the inside, walks across to the other side, holds up at the hash, keeps holding on to the puck, skates it out of the zone. Just possession at this point. Walks down into the near hash, centering pass, trying to look for Landon on the backside. Almost got that one in, but is picked up by Lincoln, and they reset behind their net and skated up, getting pressured by Landon, so he has to turn around. Then he's getting pressured more by Landon, but he makes it around him, gets to neutral ice, and into our zone, pulls up, back up to the point. Kid loses it, comes out of the zone. Owen pushes him out, and battle in front of our bench, taken away by Riders. Landon brings it across. Oh, looking for Caleb. Caleb swings it around and up and out of the zone. Back to Landon. Landon back pedals, goes cross ice over to, who is that over there? Bjorn. Jackson comes back. They're not able to put anything together on the power play. And we're spending, again, most of our time down in this zone. 32 seconds remaining on the man disadvantage. But we've had possession most of the time. Caleb up to Bjorn. Bjorn looking for Jackson. Jackson goes hard up after it into the near side. Taken away by Lincoln. Turned over to Chase. Chase walks in, top of the circle, makes a move to the inside, then gets his pocket picked by a Stars player, and they get off through neutral ice. Kid goes to the middle. The power play is over, hits a post. I did hear metal down there. Goal. Ryan walks in, tries to make a move to the inside. Chase. 5 seconds left in the penalty. Puck is loose in front. Chase has it. Oh, and Lincoln just fans on that one. Chase to Lincoln, and that one almost at the end of the period was able to make it, but it didn't quite. That was so close. Okay, start of the second. We're going to be heading the other way, so a lot of the action is going to be down there. I almost should walk down to that end. Ryan, Lincoln, Caden up front, Xander, TJ on defense. Ryan at center. Shots are at 16 us, 13 or 3 them. Battle underneath, picked up by Caden. Caden into the offensive zone. Shot saved to the corner by their goalie. Picked up by Lincoln. Lincoln up to Xander. Xander shoots one. Oh, it just goes wide of the net. I don't know if that hit a post. Caden gets it in the middle. Lincoln is battling, and the Stars get it out. Backhanded through. Nice chip by TJ into the corner. Up past Caden, but Lincoln goes up after it, races the goalie. Oh, the puck just went underneath Ryan's stick, and the goalie was way out. If Ryan would have been able to get that, it could have gone for a nice, clean opportunity. Lincoln races after that puck into the far corner. Back to him, centering pass from behind the net. He still holds on to it. Lincoln backhands it around to Caden, I think. Caden shoots one, doesn't make it through. Ryan picks it up. Puck in front, covered by their goalie. Line change. Stewart comes on with James and Fisher. Now I can see who's out there more clearly. We have Caleb and Bjorn on defense, since we're looking at their backs. Fisher wins it back. Jack chips it to Caleb. Caleb across to Bjorn. Bjorn sends one, doesn't make it through. Puck is loose in front. Jack goes to the corner to get it. Fisher picks it up, gets it back to Jack. Fisher tries to get there. Caleb chips it down to the hash, walks around. There's a stick down, and a Lincoln Stars kid picks it up. Bjorn comes out of the zone and backhands it over to Caleb. Back to Bjorn. Bjorn, far side, up to Jack. Jack hustles to get there, but doesn't quite make it. Stars get it. And, picked up by James. I think that's James, right? James behind the net. Centering pass. Puck is in front. Bjorn sends one. Shot. All right on net. Puck is still loose. Bounces into the far corner. James. I know it's really far away. Puck to the near side. Up and out of the zone. Back to Kane. Kane moves it across to Lars. Lars chips it up in front of the Lincoln Stars bench. And then Fisher shovels it ahead. James keeps working on it at the hash mark. James, centering pass across to Kane. Kane pinches down behind. Picked up by the Stars, and they send it for icing. And there's a Lincoln Stars kid, I think that number 63, that little kid is down rolling around. He's in some pain. He's getting to his feet now. And it's limping off, but under his own power. I didn't see what happened to him. He's shaking off his right knee. Face off in the offensive zone to their goalie's left. Owen gets removed. And Lannon comes in, wins that face off. Lars gets it. Sends it up to Kane. Kane got caught up in his jersey, and then he had to shake it loose. Centering pass. Lars picks it up. Lars sends one through. That was on net. I heard a blocker or a pad save. Their goalie covers it up for a whistle. Puck came from behind the net and was just squirting in front, and he grabbed it. 14-18 left in the second. 21 us, 3 shots for them. Puck drop. Behind the net. Lannon looking for Chase. They get it out. Kane up to Owen. Owen to Chase. Chase into the zone. Leaves it for Owen. Drop back to Kane. Squirts outside of the zone. Kane across ice to Lars. Lars sends it in off the end boards. Landon goes after it. Puck on the side of the net. Picked up by Lincoln Stars. Then battled for. Chase tries to get it. Chase does come away with it in the far corner. Chase walks up to the hash. And he cycles it back down. Picked up by Owen. Owen moves it across to Chase. Chase walks in the middle and shot and goal by Chase. Nice shot. Beat him on the on the near side post. And the Riders are up by 2. As Owen comes over, circles around to me here. Well, yeah, the board said 3, and I was like, which one did I miss? But then they put it back to 2. 2-0 Riders. 3 shots for them, 22. James kicks it back to Xander. Xander to TJ. TJ in front of us, walks up and through. Jackson goes to chase it. He picks it up behind the net. Jackson, far corner. Jackson battling. Riddick is there to help him. Lincoln Stars grab it. Puck is loose. Lincoln Stars pick it up in the far corner and circle around. Penalty coming. We touch up, so that's going to be on us. And I don't know who's heading. I think Jackson is going into the box, shaking his head. See if we can get the call. Roughing. So I didn't see it, but apparently he was banging with somebody down there. So we're on the kill again. Face off down in the defensive zone to Owen's left. Again. Puck drop. That was Fisher. Sends it right to Jack. Jack kicks it out of the zone and chases hard after it. Pulls up at the hash mark, then he gets dumped. But Fisher grabs the puck. Backpedaled to Bjorn. Bjorn walks back into the zone. Caleb easy over to Bjorn. Bjorn sends one up with a slap shot down to the other end. Minute 32 remaining on the man disadvantage. Jack pressures them. They reset behind the net and set up their breakout. Let's see if they can get out of their zone. They do. Through neutral ice into our zone. They dump it into the far corner behind the net. And up. There's a hit right in front of us. That's what it feels like on this side of the glass. Luckily, we're not on the other side of the glass. Puck picked up by Stars. They send it up. TJ, no, that's Fisher almost got a hold of that one. Kicked out by Fisher to neutral ice. 53 left on the kill. And there's a whistle. For what reason? Maybe the net is off. Yep, they're adjusting the net. Number 63 is back out there. He shook off that leg problem that he had on the Stars. So that's good. Lincoln is taking the face off this time. Ryan is to his right. Puck is back. Who has it? Ryan gets dumped over in the corner. Puck is skated up by Lincoln Stars out of the zone. Backhand picked up by Ryan. Ryan, he's got Lincoln. He leaves it for Lincoln. Lincoln goes around a guy into the zone. Picked up by Ryan behind the net. Puck is loose. Up to Kane out of the zone. Ryan. Lars. Ryan. Skates behind our net. Back over to Lars. Lars skates up to the hash. Big outlet pass, but that's going to be icing. No icing because we're on the kill. And we're down to 4 seconds left until we get our full complement back out on the ice. And now Caden comes out. Puck is batted down by Ryan. And then he sends it into the zone. Our guys reset. Caden Picks it up. Kane tries to send it to the net. Lincoln does pick it up at the point. Lincoln walks across the center, walks in, gets shoveled to the outside, picks it back up, leaves it for Owen. Owen comes back through, shot, goal. I think that was Owen from Lincoln. Owen went 5-hole, just kind of slid it through, I think. There wasn't a big power bend to the stick there, but it went in, walking through traffic and slid it 5-hole. So that will be 3 for riders. Owen from Lincoln. Owen, Landon, Chase out there up front. TJ Xander. Xander grabs it over to TJ. TJ bounce passes it up to Chase. Chase pulls up at the bottom of the circle, leaves it for Landon or for Owen. Owen back to Chase. Chase shoots it. Saved by their goalie. Bounces into the near far corner. Now comes to the near side. TJ walks the line. Sends one wide left of the net. Picked up by Chase. Chase down. And it comes up out of the zone. Xander picks it up. Goes cross ice over to TJ. Tries to hit somebody through the middle. It's interrupted and the Stars get through. They try to do a shot. Puck is in front, but it doesn't make it through. Landon gives it to who? Where is it? Landon gets it, backs it out of the zone. Chase picks it up in the offensive zone. Leaves it for Landon. Chase bodies somebody off, takes the puck away. Backhands it up to Xander. Xander back down to Chase. Chase lets that one swing around behind the net. And Owen grabs it in the near corner, leaves it for Landon. Landon shoots one on net. Goalie covers it first. A whistle. Good movement. 9:33 left, and there's your scoreboard. Second period, 24 shots us, 3 to them, 3 goals to us, 0 to them. So, Riddick, one of our biggest guys and one of their smallest guys, take the face. Riddick wins it back. Bjorn sends one, doesn't make it through traffic. Then Jackson puts one off the post and he gets his own rebound and he scores. Nice shot by Jackson. He picked up his own rebound and puts it in. Good job, Jackson. There we go. So that will be number 4 for the Riders. Good play. Nice shot. That was pretty to watch. Same pairing. Biggest kid and the smallest kid on the ice. James tries to pull it out. Number 63 is still down. He's rolling around again. Man, he's a little delicate. I don't know what happened to him. Now he's holding his head, not his knee. Back of his head. Looks like the refs are conferring on whether there's going to be a penalty. If it comes, it'll probably be against Riddick, but doesn't look like they're calling it. Just a new face-off. That kid heads off. They replace him against Riddick. And he's taken some abuse this game. I feel bad for him. Riddick picked up by James. James leaves it for Bjorn. Bjorn swings it across to Caleb. Caleb bounces it out of the zone up to James. James gets into the zone and then gets bodied off. Picked up by Jackson. Jackson shoots one just wide. Picked up around behind the net by Fisher. Fisher walks in, shoots. Short angle shot. Saved by their goalie. Bounces into the far corner. Oh, Caleb dumps a guy. Puck comes up and out just underneath Riddick's stick, but Bjorn recovers in our defensive end. He skates behind the net, goes to the far boards, pulls up, hits Caleb. Caleb walks it into the zone. He goes down, sends one shot, deflected into the far corner, picked up by Lincoln Stars, skated through neutral ice. Kane gets out after him. Kid walks in, shot. Ooh, there's actually a solid shot on net by them. So that'll be another one Oh, there's an exit pass by Caleb right into the ref, and that kept it in the zone. Now we have to take it away. Lincoln is out there with Caden, and Owen way out in the corner. Puck is in the near side, picked up by Fisher. Fisher gets dumped back over to Kane. Kane moves it across to Caleb. Caleb back to Kane. Lincoln pulls down on that one. We're having a hard time moving it up and out here momentarily. The little number 63 is back in the game. Somebody's saying ice it because we're not really getting it too cleared out and we need a line change. Caleb does listen to whoever and sends it for icing. So we're at the midway point of the game, 7:27 left in the second period. Teams are going to be heading to the locker rooms. So I'll be back with you in about 10 minutes or so after they do the ice. Just keep your eyes on the screen for when they come back on. And we'll talk to you momentarily. Score right now, 4 Riders, 0 for Lincoln Stars. 28 shots for us, 5 for them at the halfway point of the game. Okay, welcome back, everybody, for the second half of the game. 7:27 remain in the second period. Riders up by 4-0. Up by 23 shots. 5 them, 28 us. So I decided to stay back down here in the two-time attack zone. Glass is pretty clear. There's nobody around me. Nobody to get underneath my skin. So I'll probably keep it pretty mellow. But yeah, Ryder's doing a nice job of keeping control of the game, making sure we have possession most of the time. This Lincoln Stars team, like I said, they're below us in the My Hockey rankings. I don't know by how much, but there's a pretty big differential there. So Jackson comes out with Colt, Lars, Kane, and Riddick. Face-off is down in the defensive zone to Owen's left. There's Owen, and I was just talking to his dad. They live probably 5 minutes from where we are right now. Puck drop back to Kane. Kane working it, leaves it for Lars. Lars sends it up and out of the zone, and that's going to be going down the ice for icing. So we'll repeat that. Probably come back down into this near corner. Yep, the near dot is where this puck will be dropped. So you'll be able to get a close-up of the team of Riddick at work. Puck drop, back behind the net. Kane grabs it. Kane tries to get it over to Cole. Cole works the corner. Puck squirts loose. Kane shovels it ahead and up and out of the zone. Jackson puts on some speed to get over there. Kane grabs it, sends one just up and over the net. Back to Lars. Lars sends one across ice to Colt. Colt back up to Kane. Kane back down to Colt. Jumps off his stick into the corner. Kid bangs it up. Winds up on Colt's stick. He leaves it for Riddick. Riddick makes a nice move. And shot. Low angle shot. Saved by their goalie. Puck behind the net. Picked up by Jackson. Jackson sends one to Riddick. And Riddick shoots. Oh, no, that was Colt that shot. Puck just went wide, and it bounces out of the zone, picked up by Riddick. Riddick backpedals, and then moves it ahead to Landon. Landon comes out, goes wide over to Colt. Colt shoots one, stick or blocker saved by their goalie. Xander tries to keep it in, but it just gets across the blue line. Picked up by Lincoln Stars at the far boards, back to Xander. Xander shovels it up to Landon. Landon moves it across, winds up on Chase's stick. Chase backhands it to Owen, but it doesn't make it through traffic. Picked up by Lincoln Stars, skated to the near boards, up and out to TJ. TJ backpedals through neutral ice, moves it across ice to Xander. Xander up to Landon. Landon gets a little hit and then gets jumped on from behind. Puck squirts loose to Xander. Xander walks down looking for a shot. He dumps it to the far corner. Owen goes to grab it. Sends it around the near boards. Then it gets behind the net. Picked up by Lincoln Stars. Loose puck there. Chases grabs it. Takes it away. Comes back up to Landon. Landon behind the net. Looking for a centering pass. Goes through the crease. And net must be off. Is what my guess is. Let's see. Yep. 5:26 remaining in the second. 31 shots us. Got a couple more. 3 more in the interim. No more for them. 5-31. Number 63 for Lincoln Stars is out there facing off against Owen. He gets bounced out. They get a new center. Puck drop. Loose underfoot. Stars get it up and out of the zone, but Bjorn collects it in the far corner, skates behind the net, resets, leaves it for Caleb. Caleb moves it up to Landon. Landon squirts across center ice, moves it outside to Chase. Chase backs it through, can't hit anybody. Owen, puck is loose back to Caleb. Caleb backpedals it up, gets it up to Bjorn. Bjorn tries to hit Chase, goes off a stick, doesn't go for icing. Caleb jumps down, bangs it around. Landon to Chase. Chase, one-time shot saved by their goalie. Nice puck movement by our boys. Good save by their goalie. Kane comes out with Lars, Lincoln, Caden, and Ryan at center. In the offensive zone to their goalie's right. 4:44 remain in the second period. Puck drop, win back. Ryan to Kane. Kane back down to Caden. Caden walks across the middle. Shot off the post, and then, oh man, that was close. Puck is loose. Picked up by the Stars. Bounced up and out. Kane. Kane sends it back into the zone. We clear. Ryan gets down there. Puck behind the net. Lincoln grabs it. Lincoln into the corner. Lincoln walks across and up and out of play, I think, or maybe the goalie grabbed that one. I don't know where the puck went. Can't quite see that far, but I know there was a shot there. Same line. Defensive and offensive. Ryan wins it back. Gets kicked back down over to the near corner. Lars pinches down. Lincoln Stars have it. Ryan takes it away. Ryan, shot off the post and out of the zone. Stars kid walks in. We shut him down at the top of the circle. Kane forces him. Ryan picks it up. Ryan gets it to Caden. Caden at the red line. Bounces it for Ryan. Ryan into the far corner. One of our guys, Lars, went down in front of the bench as on his line change. Puck is kept in by Kane. Nicely done. But then Lincoln Stars get it out. And they come and dump it into our zone. Puck swings around right underneath me. Over to Xander. Xander up off the boards, right outside the zone. Lincoln Stars pick it up and get it into the zone again. Lincoln tries to hit a kid and they send it back down. Caden, Xander, Kane in front of us, off the glass, back to the Stars kid, and then Ryan crushes him. Kid's helmet almost comes off. Lincoln moves it across to Caden. Caden in the center, shot! Glove save by their goalie, sorry. It's so far away down there. But it'll only have to be for another just under 3 minutes. Jack Stewart's out there, Fisher, James up front, Xander, TJ on the defense. Number 63, their little center, gets bounced again for probably the third time this game. Fisher gets removed. Jack comes in, takes it. We win it back. TJ looking for a shot. He does send one. Saved by their goalie. Little rebound out in front. Puck winds up behind the net. James working for it. Puck in front. Now it's to the side. Little number 63 comes out with some speed. Cross ice pass, doesn't connect, and then they just bang it down into the zone. Held up by Owen behind his net. Swings it around to Xander in front of me. Xander, loose puck. Sends it far boards. Fisher picks it up. Gets it outside of the zone through neutral ice. Into the offensive zone for offside. 2:17 remaining in the second period. 4-0 is the score. Face off in the offensive, just outside the offensive zone, right in front of the Riders bench. Riddick takes it. Bjorn sweeps at it. Stars have it. Shot and held onto by Owen. So they get another shot up on the board. So far, 6 to them, 35 to us. So almost 6 times the shots. Puck drop, gets it, we get it out. Colt goes after it. They put it into the zone, delayed offsides. Riddick picks it up, sends it up off the boards, tries to hit Jackson, but they cycle it back down in. Riddick picks it up in front of me in the near corner, skates around behind the net and out of the zone. He loses an edge at the blue line, turns over, and they send it back into the offensive zone, and there's a really weird situation going on right now. Owen left that puck. There was a little miscommunication between RD. The puck floats out in front. A Lincoln Stars guy is there and almost puts it into the net for their first one, but Owen was able to jump on it and cover up the puck. So they get a good opportunity there and another shot. So Owen, Chase, Landon, Kane, and Lars on defense. Owen at center. Puck loose, shot. Doesn't make it through. Owen tries to get it, or that was Lars tried to get it through. Kane tries to shovel it up. Back to Lars. Lars backhands it around to Owen. Owen takes it at the hash. Gets worked into the boards, but stays on his feet. Maintains possession. Skates behind the net. Holds up. Goes back towards the far corner. And then skates through. Loses an edge. Turns it over. Kid tries to go up into the near corner. Nice little play by the Lincoln Stars there. Take the puck away. And then they had a man right in front of the net. The kid probably should have passed to him. But he elected to take the shot looking for that top corner. Chase gets down into the offensive zone, dumps it off, leaves it for little number 63, picked up by Owen in the far corner. Puck is swung around to the near boards and not up and out, but Landon keeps it alive. Landon walks across the line. Puck is loose, backhanded by Lincoln Stars out of the zone, and that should be icing, and it is at just over a half a minute left in the second period. 4-0 is the score. From Monument, Riders on the winning end of this one for a change. It's been a little while. Lost our last 3 to the same team, being Rampage. So it's nice to get on the positive end of a game for once. Caden. Ryan comes in to try to grab it, and Xander's trying to hold the line there. Puck is in front. Lincoln loses an edge. Net comes off. I saw that one get kicked, I think, by the goalie. 19 seconds left in the period. It's Ryan, Lincoln, and Caden. Lincoln takes the face off. Goes behind the net. Back up. Xander swings it back down into the offensive zone. Ryan and Lincoln are there. They both go down. Xander backhands one towards the net. And we run out of time in the second. So we'll take a quick break here as we transition. And I'll transition my period. Missed the whole second one, sorry. We'll just go right from first to third. So sorry I don't have a good view of our team. They're way down there. But there's a lot of stuff going on between here and there. A lot of Lincoln Stars helmets, a lot of refs. So you can pretty much just see Owen. But Owen's going to be back down on the far end, so we should be working the offensive zone down here more this period. Looks like the same line will be out there that was out there to finish the second, meaning, nope, I guess I was wrong. Looking like Xander, TJ, Jackson, Riddick, and Colt are out there. Riddick will be at center, although not against their tiny kid. Puck drop back to Stars. Actually picked up by Colt. Colt sends one through and into the back of the net. Nice job, Colt. Yeah, baby. Picked up that puck, went 5-hole on the goalie, and puts another one on the board for number 5. Right on. All right, we'll take that. So same crew. Now there's little number 63 out there against Riddick. Riddick wins that one back. TJ Xander. Xander sends it deep into the zone. Jumps over the goalie's stick. Puck is out of the zone. TJ at the red line. TJ circles around to the outside. TJ walks up and in, dumps it and chases it. TJ's getting on after it. Puck back to Colt. Colt bounces it up to Xander. Xander walks across, sends one through, gets tipped up and over the net. Puck and backhanded to the near corner. Colt grabs it, backhands it around down, goes off Jackson. Ooh, Riddick works a kid into the boards. Riddick tries to kick the puck around, tries to squirt through, but picked up by Dallas. Lincoln Stars, not Dallas Stars. And sent back down by Xander. Colt works his guy up into the boards, and Fisher comes out with some speed. Stars kid circles away. Fisher bodies him off, takes the puck away, chips it in front. Shot by, who is that? James from Fisher. Goalie saved it. James gets on his knees and pins the kid up on the boards. Nice job by James. Good effort. Walks across to Bjorn. Bjorn sends one just wide of the net. Fisher tries to send it in front. Jack is there. Back up to Bjorn. Bjorn sends one. It gets tipped up over the net into the near boards. Caleb pinches down, and there is a penalty. Net's not off. Or maybe it went out, I guess. Maybe it came out of the zone. Probably, yeah. A high stick? I don't know. He held his hands up like it was a high stick, but the faceoff is going to be down in our defensive zone to Owen's right. 15-21. Left in the third period, 5-0. Last score by Colt. Takes it away, unassisted. Jack comes out with it. Jack gets into the zone. Centering pass. Oh, looking for James. That was a good play. James grabs it right in front of me. James still has it. Works through towards the center. Puck gets kicked back over to this near corner. Fisher puts a body on him. Bjorn pinches up. Walks to the top of the circle. Bjorn tries to shoot. Puck is under his feet. Fisher tries to grab it. Fisher bangs the kid up. Held in nicely by Bjorn. Bjorn backhands it towards the net. Doesn't make it all the way through. Big number 16 grabs it and cycles it off the glass down for icing. They needed a clear and some pressure relief in this end. .36 shots are 38-8. Scores on the board, 5-0 Riders. Owen, puck drop, Lars to Chase. Chase walks in, backhands it to Owen. Can't get through. Chase backhands it to the side of the net. Chase is following him. Kid's working it away, backhands it up, and they get it up and out. Lars grabs it at the red line, cycles it back to Kane. Kane skates across far boards. Owen chips it down into the far corner, and Landon gets there first. Landon back up to Chase. Chase just drops that one, backhanded by Lars into the zone, and it makes it right in front of the goalie. You can see number 63 here. Their goalie covers it for a whistle. So So Owen's going to be facing off against number 63. Puck drop. Nice job by Landon to get it back up to Kane. Kane sends one, blocker saved by their goalie, near corner. Chase circles around. Owen has it. Centering pass, shot up off of by Chase, up off the shoulder of the goalie. And they managed to get it out through neutral ice. Kid pulls up, sends it down behind the net into the near corner. 13:34 remaining. Kane puts a nice body on him, and Owen takes the puck away. Sends it all the way up to Landon. Landon gives it for Chase. Chase has a breakaway and finishes it. Chase puts another one up. His second, I believe. Nice pass. I think that was from Landon to Chase. And Chase is able to put it in the back. So, Ryan, Lincoln, Caden up front. TJ Xander on defense. Face off at center ice. Xander to Tej. Tej moves it up to Caden. Caden floats it down in. Lincoln picks it up. Lincoln moves it across to Ryan, and Ryan puts that one back from Lincoln. So there's number 7. That one came quickly. And now their team is yelling at each other. Quit standing there and looking at it. I think the goalie said that. So is that the second one from Ryan? Timeout both teams? Is that what he said? No. Home team maybe. Yeah. Timeout home team. They need to get their stuff together after that. 2 quick ones. Shots are 42 us, 8 them. Last one by Ryan, the one right before that from Chase. And then you're going to start making me lose count. I really should write it down, but I'm too busy talking to commit things to long-term or short-term memory. So I know a bunch of people. I know Colt has scored. That was beautiful. So we're spreading around the production here, which is good for the team, especially coming off the streak that we just came off of. So hopefully this will give us a boost and have us turn the corner here a little bit. So these guys are talking. Our guys are feeling comfortable in the lead, and they're throwing the puck back and forth to themselves at 13:20 remaining in the third. 7-0 is the score. 8 shots altogether for Lincoln Stars. I thought they'd have a slight advantage in the time zone category for this early game. Puck drop back to Stars. Stars up off the glass into the defensive zones. TJ grabs it, skates it behind our net. Pulls up, loses an edge. Does manage to get it up to Ryan. Ryan to Lincoln. Lincoln across the blue line. Lincoln moves it through. Lincoln back to Ryan. Ryan. Far side. Over to Xander. Xander, shoot, I got to zoom out here a little bit. Lincoln puts a nice body up into them. Puck comes back to Tej. Tej at the far point. Puck down behind. Lincoln grabs it here in front. Moves it up to Zando. Zando dodges away. Lincoln grabs it. Lincoln sends one over to TJ. TJ's down. Lincoln's covering the point. Puck comes to the near corner. Ryan goes after it. Xander takes a hit on the boards. Ryan picks it up, skates towards the net, behind the net, tries a center pass, gets sent up and out of the zone, just over TJ's stick. TJ grabs it. TJ back up to Caden. Caden sends one through, blockered right back at Caden by their goalie. Nice save by him. Jackson comes out with some speed. Bjorn tries to pick it up. They go cross ice, picked up by Caleb and sent out of the zone, picked up by Jackson. Jackson makes a move, holds onto it, tries to get through some traffic, but then is finally picked by Lincoln Stars, and Jackson meets the kid, takes the puck away, oh my gosh, that was a great play by Jackson. Backhanded in front of the net to Colt. Colt one-times it, slap shot, but right into the goalie, but a good play, good puck movement. And a nice turnover forced by Jackson to regain possession of that puck and then be able to backhand it out to Colt. Colt was looking for number 2. Back up to Bjorn. Bjorn sends one through. Chipped just high by Colt. Colt grabs the rebound. Colt circles around. Centering pass to Bjorn. Bjorn was pinching down. Colt is over on the far boards. Jackson has it. Jackson in the middle. Jackson looking for the backhand. Oh, just up over the net. And he punches his hand down in frustration. Thought he had that one. Puck at neutral ice. 11 minutes remaining in the game. They're rough. Their coach is getting frustrated at them. Nice job by Jackson. Another backhand shot opportunity saved by their goalie. Was looking for the 5 on that one, 5 hole. But their goalie just closed it up. But a good offensive charge, another one by Jackson. 10. We're looking at a run clock now. I don't know how long it's been running, but I just noticed it. 10:27. 7-goal differential. Puck up, kept in by Kane. Kane down to Jack. Jack gets over his stick. James looking for centering pass. Gets rubbed up into the boards, and the puck comes up the boards. Jack is there. Puck is loose right underneath us. James follows it. Oh, centering pass by, who was that? Fisher. Puck is up, not out. Puck is loose in front. James had a swat at it to an empty net on the backside. Oh, no, that was Jack that had a swat at it. Oh, there was a shot that, not a shot, a pass from Jack up to, a pass to Jack. Jack almost got a hold of it, but it went on net, and the goalie covered it up for a whistle. So we're going to get another face-off here, and clock is still running, 9:30 left in the game. It's Owen at center. Chase to his left. Landon grabs it, sends it back down. Chase tries to get it. Owen picks it up at the hash. Sends it back down to Chase in the corner. Chase kicks it ahead to himself, has possession. Looking to walk around. Backhand shot. Whoa. Thought that caught the corner of the net, but it went just wide and up out into the netting. Out of play. But that was a nice walk around by Chase and opportunity in front with the backhand shot. So we're going to have a face-off right here in front of us. Again, Owen against number 63, Lawson. Puck is underfoot, picked up by Stars, get it up and out of the zone. And then, oh, Chase frickin' dumps this kid from behind. There's a penalty coming. And we're going to be on the kill. And now there's some bodies being thrown around down there. Xander punched down this number 16 after TJ was, and then who is that gets dumped over? People are shoving a lot of other people. TJ got pushed down. So maybe we'll have matching. No. Didn't see who went into the box, but the refs are discussing what's going to be, what penalties will be dealt out after the play. There was somebody threw TJ down, and then Xander threw a kid down, and then Landon got thrown down. So the refs are talking about who deserves a penalty on that one. I think the first penalty was coming to us, and we may have a kid sitting in the box already. Let me see if I can. I can't really see down there. But I think they've got 5 out there on the ice, and we have 4, so clock has stopped. 8:06 remain. We should be getting a number up there. Well, I don't see a number on the board. So number 81. Oh, right, that's Chase. Yeah, Chase hit that kid from behind, kind of quartering from behind at least. So he's in the box for 2, no other penalties. Oh, he gets a 4-minute, so that's interesting. Let's spend the last half of the game on the kill. So we get it down. Their goalie holds it up behind the net, leaves it for their D. He's not really going too fast. Senya gives them some pursuit, and they come out the near side. Kid holds up, leaves it for kid right in front of me, turns it over to Owen. Owen has it, skates it out of the zone. Puck protects all the way back down to the far corner. Behind the net, Owen still has it, circles around. Big pass up to Bjorn, and Bjorn hits that with his stick, and it flies up into the netting right above. You can see it. There's the puck in the netting right there. That won't drop out of that little fish net. So Caden and Lincoln and Kane and Lars. Lincoln takes the face-off at center ice against their face-off specialist, number 63, Lawson. Lincoln gets removed. Caden comes in to take it. Both centers get removed. Puck is loose. Caden sends it down to the far corner, held up by their goalie behind the net. And Lincoln Stars set it up, skate it up. One exit pass, they move it through. Lincoln gets in the way, picks up the puck, causes a turnover, goes cross ice to Caden. Caden is over on the far side of the net. Almost a shorthanded opportunity. Good job by Lincoln and Caden. They grab it, skate it out of the zone. Their coach is saying, go, go, go. They get it behind our net. Lars grabs it, working the boards. Somebody goes down. Lincoln comes out with it again. Lincoln pulls it up, sends it back down to TJ. TJ backpedals it. Cross ice over to Xander. Xander back to TJ in the far corner. Looks like we're just trying to kill it off here. Minute 29. Caden comes down, a little breakaway. Caden goes to the far corner, loses the puck. They pick it up, and since we're still on the kill, we can't pressure too hard. Caden pressures them. They get it out of the zone through neutral ice. TJ forces them wide into the corner, pins the kid up on the boards. He still has possession. Walks across the line and sends one for a shot. Rides a stick up out of play at 5:06. Yeah, that penalty is coming off fast when the clock is running. So 4-minute penalty probably turned into a 2.5-minute penalty of actual play time. Maybe a little more, 3 minutes. But 4:44 remaining in the game. 7-0 is the score. Xander does a nice job backhanding it up and out. Colt puts some pressure on him. No, that's actually Ryan, sorry. Ryan and Riddick are out there. And it goes down. TJ grabs it, sends it to the near corner, up to Xander. Xander, big outlet off the boards and the glass, and Ryan gets back here, almost beats the goalie to the puck. But they have not been able to do anything on their power play, set it up. I think they got that one shot, but it went up and over the net. And we're able to take possession pretty handily. So there's a big outlet pass. Puck is bouncing, picked up by Ryan. Ryan has Chase. Ryan loses an edge on the far boards. Picked up by Chase. Chase at the top of the circle, moves it across over to Colt. Colt looking for number 2. Centering pass is there. Chase buries it. Is that number 3 for him? I believe so. I could be wrong. But that one came from Colt. Colt to Chase. Chase puts it in the back. Their goalie was on the near side, and Colt passed it to Chase on the backside. So it was pretty straightforward tap in. I want to say that was a hat trick, but I'm not 100% on that. .251, 50, 49. Puck, the clock runs. Fisher's out there with Colt. Fisher gets removed. Jackson comes into center. Win back to Stars. Taken away by Riders. Puck is slapped around. Colt has it. Gets into the zone. Makes a nice move to the inside. Colt sends one shot. Saved by their goalie. Nice shot by Colt. Tipped down by Caleb behind the net into the far corner. Jackson tries to get there. Comes out of the zone. Fisher does a nice job bodying off number 63. Causes a turnover. Jackson gets rocked at the blue line. Oh, and they're pretty happy about that because that was probably one of their highlights of the game. There's a turnover to Jackson. Jackson tries to walk it through. He's getting rubbed by two kids. Fisher comes in to help. Jackson there sends one through the crease to the near boards. Picked up by Caleb. Caleb moves it up to Bjorn. Bjorn works to the center. Works. Shot. And puck is rebounded out in front. There's a mini breakaway, but Caleb handles that one easily. Gets it back into the zone. Walking down. Offside. Shot. And the kid goes after Caleb because the shot was right at the whistle or slightly after. And so the kid took umbrage with that. And Colt went over to interrupt him because he saw the kid was going to go after Caleb. And their goalie sends it all the way down to our goalie. So goalies are playing catch at 1:01 left. So we're at a minute remaining. Jack Stewart is out there. 8-0 is the score. Jack stays out there. Looks like we've got Jack playing with Owen at center. There's back to Lars. Lars sends one just wide of the net. Comes back up to Kane at the point. Kane bangs it down behind the net. Picked up by Jack Stewart. Jack loses an edge and gets rubbed into the very corner. Owen tries to get there. Gets pinned up. 28 seconds remaining. We have two guys. They have two guys over there. Owen's pushing him around. And 17-16. Puck comes loose. Owen has it. He leaves it for Lars. Lars gets pinned up onto the boards. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. And that'll be the end of the game right there. One-timer shot. Nice shot by Kane. Owen sent it over to Kane. Kane took that one-time shot, and that wraps up the game. End of 3, 52 shots for us. Shutout for Owen. 9 shots for them. 8-0 is the score. Got a little tense at the end. I can understand they were frustrated. I get the feeling. Luckily, we weren't on the bad end of that feeling today. So nice job by the boys. Come back after a little down streak. This should boost the morale. We've got a game tonight at 5 or 5:30, I think, down in Colorado Springs against Wasatch Renegades, I think. Wasatch Renegades, or maybe Seattle. Not sure which, but 5 or 5:30 tonight. You can rejoin us for the broadcast. And in the meantime, hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your support of the Riders. As always, go Riders.